Professor. All right, everybody familiar with Professor Ryu?
Who's that?
If you're not, this is Professor, you know. Tell them about yourself, Professor.
I'm Stephan's teacher here, you know. I've been involved in martial arts 48 years, teaching 38, you know, since I was a child. That's one of your disciples?
Sure. Yes, sir.
And I'm your Qigong, you're my grand student. That's one of my disciples standing right behind you. You know, and I've been involved in the martial arts since I was a child, since 2nd grade, you know, and still study like to this day and teach to this day, you know. Gazi, one of my Kung Fu brothers, Novell's one of my Kung Fu brothers, you know that came, you know, we all come up and, you know, I find out in life I've been guys' mentors and stuff, and I just been doing what I'm supposed to do in the martial arts world, you know, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of giving life and time to train others and teach others and discipline others, you know, and then lead by example, you know. Not an easy task, but you know, when you're in it to win it, you know, my attitude is like when it's time for me to perform and demonstrate or give a lecture or seminar. You know how Michael Jordan is when he walks in the gym? Well, I'm Michael Jordan when it's time to walk on the dojo, you know, and represent. You know, I have some elders in my life who, this right here, this man right here is one of my oldest brothers. It's Sijo Bear right there, man who passed on. This is my Taoist teacher, Master Ko, who has introduced me to the way, you know, that the way that I apply in my Kung Fu and Jiu-Jitsu and Kung Fu, you know. Then, you know, I have this man here, who's my Kung Fu teacher, Master Moyat, my Qigong, Yipman, Siba, William Chong, my grandfather, Master V, and my father of Jiu-Jitsu, Dr. Moses Powell. You see, yeah, I'm from Sanukis. I'm the honors Ryu, Kumite Ryu, Sanukis Ryu. I'm the one who advised Chun Jitsu Ryu, which is Kung Fu and Jiu-Jitsu combined in a marriage. And I came from Kyokushinkai and Goju as a child, studying, but when I started studying Kung Fu, totally changed my way of life in the martial arts. Allowed me to understand tradition, honor. You know, everyone was saying, relax for a second. And I got a chance when I started studying Kung Fu. I found out that Kung Fu was karate's mother. It had karate, it had jiu-jitsu, it had aikido. I learned that in tradition and honor how important it was to learn. A lot of Americans, you know, would come to class and come with ignorance, come with selfishness, come with self-gain. So you have students, you have disciples. Students are people who just come and go, you know, for self-gain. That's what, you know, a student. But a disciple is an individual who comes with total intentions to live. You see, my brother passed something on to me up at the Buddhist temple one day. Embrace the truth. So I practice this, like, you know, he'll tell you right now, he showed me this maybe 10 years ago, you know, and then I would play it so much. I mean, I'm a fighter, I'm, you know, a soldier, elite soldier, Army Ranger, you know, but this martial thing, warrior. And so me, I don't just go, you know, just breathe. You know, now I take it, and now it's part of my my concept, part of my theory, part of my strategy. It became not just exercise, but all of a sudden can become lethal movement. It's Qigong. You know, don't sleep on it. Trust me. You know, I had some experience one day. He'd tell you, I called him out of nowhere. I said, I gotta talk to you guys. They said, what's wrong, bro? I said, man, I was near the water, man. And all of a sudden, I'm on the beach by myself, and I'm like this. Not over exceed my knee. And next thing I know, I was the only person on the beach in Virginia Beach this day morning. And next thing I know, it was 100 seagulls over the top of my head. And when I went forward, they hovered forward. When I came back, they came back with me. Then I noticed the water was like way out there. Next thing I noticed the water then came in and started coming toward me. I was like, what's going on? So I just said a little funny remark to myself. I said, am I pulling the sea to me? Am I pulling these, what's going on, right? And then when I completed it, I looked and the birds were gone. I'm talking about I had a bunch of birds flying over me. And then I gained some understanding about sea turtle qigong, things that go on and the importance of nitrogen and oxygen in which we breathe air and learning how to challenge it. Just because you see me go like this, no, doesn't mean that it's not powerful, not effective. I thought when, I learned in the Chinese, Chinese real heavy in the Eastern Hemisphere, where, I used to say block, block, and I found out that when I used that word block, it limited the tool, what the tool actually was and what it actually could do. So Kung Fu life has been an awesome experience. It's changed me as a person. It made me become a more understanding person in life and society. I learned to adapt, adjust, and overcome. I also learned if you attack, I will attack your attack. You see, have no fear of your attack. Have total acceptance. I learned even on the mental realm, because it's 90% mental, 10% physical, the importance of our minds being absorbed. Like something my Kung Fu brother, Cecil Pete said, most people we know, like upside down cups, know everything, hold nothing, unpractical. You see, most people I know. So I have a thing when people tell me they know. Come here for a second, man. Just want to use you for a second. Stand right here. How do you feel standing here?
A little nervous.
Okay, no, just letting you have a little feel of something. And this is what happens to the I know people, When they tell me they know, they keep saying I know, I go, okay, come up here for a minute. Because I get tired of hearing I know, so I go, now I'm teaching. You see how comfortable I'm sitting here? I'm like thirsty like a wet sponge, just like, please wet me. I want to know something. I want to have some knowledge. You come back and see. So my point here, what I'm trying to I make right here was, just as comfortable as I am standing up here, I'm even comfortable sitting here. Because we have a saying, each one teach one. It means every teacher has a teacher. When we forget where we come from, forget who our teachers are, forget the gifts, the jewels that have been given to us. Remember what God said, what you reap is what you sow, what you give in word of deed, return to you, which is karma, stay a reflection of yourself. So you forget where you got that from, guess what? It'll go away from you. And then you wonder, why, well, it's like a child. You ever seen some of us older people who know children, have children? I'm asking you something. You ever seen a kid that mother and father is top notch, their home and their upbringing was top notch, but all of a sudden you walking one day downtown and that's son Jones, son. Something's going on there. He must have left home too early. He must be home. Something's going on with him. And you can almost tell when someone is not been home or left home and they're not carrying themselves no longer in that respectable manner. Have you noticed it? You notice that when any children or anybody you know?
Yes, sir.
And it's sometimes, it weighs. Well, the same thing in the martial art world, same thing studying Qigong, studying anything. You got to sacrifice. It's a process that you go through to gain a result. Everybody, just sometimes, especially in America, just want to roll out of bed and be, a master or a professor. It doesn't work that way. You have to go through the process. To learn how to Qigong, learn how to breathe 7 centimeters below the navel. It's practice. You got to practice this in order for